Hey guys, welcome back to Bows Fan TV, and today we're doing the match preview for tomorrow's game against Drogheda at Mount Park. Yeah, look, we're going into this off the back of two straight wins, a good win on Monday. Confidence is pretty high after a poor start. Who knew that after 5 games when we sacked Declan Devine that we'd be sitting third come mid-April. It's mad how the league can turn. Just like that, and it has done, and look, it's worked well for us. We're going into this off the back of on good form, on good confidence, and that's good to see. We're coming up against a good draw of the team. Don't get me wrong. They are a good side. They currently sit second from bottom, but they do have some good players. You know. They're beaten in their last 4 games, draws against the likes of Shells, Pats, Derry, Dundalk, some good sides there. They put in some good performances. So by no means are they a bad team at all. I think many people probably expect them to stay up in the playoffs if they were to end up there come the end of the season, because they are a good team. They got good players, and they've got a good manager in Kevin Doherty, who plays a good, attractive football. So it's not going to be an easy game. But look, we're playing very well. We're on good form. We're full of confidence, and look, we should be we should be feeling good heading into this one. So yeah, look, just to touch on the Dundalk game, I suppose, the most recent game, it was quite a cagey game. The first half was very, there wasn't a lot going on really. Two teams that they were struggling with the conditions, struggling with the kind of quick turnaround. Both teams made a lot of changes. We made 6 changes, and you could see in the first half, there was a lot of there was a lack of cohesion really. Piszczek came in, Miller came in, um, Lalander came in. There was a lot of changes, and it didn't really work out for us in the first half. It was quite cagey. Both teams not really troubling each other too much. And to be fair to Reynolds, in the second half, he made the necessary changes. He brought on Dale Rooney. For the second half, and you could see, we were making it made a bit of a difference, and then obviously about around the hour mark, I think McDade and Akintunde came on, and they made a real difference. They turned things around for us big time. They were starting to create a few chances for themselves. McDade in particular had a couple of good chances within the space of a couple of minutes. I think Shelby pulled off a couple of good saves. Akintunde obviously gets the goal then 10 minutes from time, and look, we get the win, and look, that's the main thing. Even if it wasn't a great performance, it wasn't a great game, but look, we got the win, and now we're up to third in the league, and that's great. We've got to keep it going now. We have the chance to make it 3 wins in Spain for the first time in a long time. I think it might be maybe a couple of months, or a couple of months, 6, 7 months maybe. I think it was October, September time. So yeah, look, it's a big game. It's a very interesting game. I think one thing, look, we haven't got really good these last couple of games. Don't get me wrong, but I think one thing that we maybe need to see more from the team is that ability to score goals from open play. I think that's one gripe we're going to have at the moment. A lot of our goals since Reynolds has come in have come from set pieces. Look, that's a good thing. It's good that we're becoming a bit more effective from set pieces after um, not being so effective from them, I suppose, over the last couple of seasons. That's one thing I've always said. We never really seem to score from corners or free kicks, but under Reynolds that's changed. We've become a lot more effective in that area. But I think from open play we have struggled at times, maybe to create chances. I think, I just think look back at the Waterford game a few weeks back, a couple of weeks back now. That was a game where we conceded a soft enough goal, and then I think we never really got it back into the game. We had a lot of the ball, but we weren't really creating many chances, and that's something that we want to avoid this time around. We don't want to see another kind of slow, sluggish first, for home performance, and that's something we have to try and avoid. So yeah, I think we'll probably see a few changes for this game. I think the players that dropped out for the Dundalk game will probably come back in. So I'd say it'd be Shiraz getting goal as normal. Paddy Kirk at left back. I'd say it might be Mills and Kate as the two centre halves. I think Kate Bird did quite well on Monday, but I think for now anyway, I think Mills and Kate together they played very well against Shells. That's probably our most solid duo at the moment. Byrne hasn't really been in the team the last 2 or 3 weeks, so I'd probably just bring Mills back in a lot and have him alongside Kate. They've had another good game on Monday. Right back, I'm going to put Madison back in. Nothing against Orlando. I don't think he had a terrible game against Dundalk, but I think there is a big difference there in the team when Madison is playing. He likes to get forward. Um, he's better than Lalanda with the ball. Let's be honest, he's a better defender, an all-round better player. I think Lalanda, to be fair, to be put in a good shift on Monday, but I'll be bringing Madison back in for this game. Into the midfield, Flores will be a welcome addition back into the midfield. I think he was obviously suspended for the game on Monday, so I'd have him back in alongside McDonald. Who had another great game on Monday. I think both of them together, that when everyone's fit, I think that's our best sort of centre midfield pairing. So yeah, and then ahead of them, I'm gonna go with Clark. And look, to be fair to Clark, we know what he can do on his day, but we probably need to see a little bit more from him, maybe in terms of his creativity. I think he has been doing well, but maybe just hasn't quite got the goals and assists that he would have wanted so far this season. But look, I think that'll come from him. I think it's probably taken a bit of time to get used to the players that are playing ahead of him. Obviously, we chopped and changed the strikers a little bit over time. Check was up there on Monday. I think, we'll probably have Akintunde back up there on Friday. It's probably going to take a little bit of time to, connect with with whoever's playing up front. Obviously, he probably is missing Afolabi, let's be honest. The partnership they had together was incredible. So it's going to be hard for him to emulate that with any other player. So yeah, look, I think we've got to, give him the benefit of the doubt. But I still think he is doing well, and he's obviously going to be someone who's going to be starting on Friday. On the right hand side, I'm going to stick with Rooney. Obviously, came on even. For the second half on Monday and made a huge difference. Got the assist for the goal, another great set piece delivery on Dakintunde's head, and look, it won us the game. And yeah, he'll be back in into the team on Friday, I'd imagine. On the left hand side, I'm going to go with Dylan Conley. Now, I debated whether maybe should I put McDade in here. But look, I think McDade definitely made a case for himself to start tomorrow evening. But I think Conley, when he's playing, he gives us that bit more, maybe a bit more work rate. Obviously, he's got pace to burn, we know that. But I think his work rate is probably a little bit better than McDade's. He mightn't have the same, or he mightn't have a better goal return, more or less. But look, I think um, I think Conley, when he's playing, gives us that bit more. We can always rely on him to put in a really good shift. So I'm gonna put him on the left, and then up front, they're gonna go with Akintunde. I think when he's playing, we look a completely different team. You can see Piszczek, be fair to him, he was battling hard and trying to kind of do the kind of same things Akintunde does, but he just wasn't really doing them as quite as well as Akintunde does. He links up the players really well, holds up the ball really well, and yeah, I'm gonna stick with him, or I'm gonna put him back in up front, obviously getting the goal as well. So you'd imagine he'll be back in the team for tomorrow's game. So yeah, that's my team. Prediction. Look, it's an interesting one because look, we say this every week when we do our prediction. It's a tough league. It's a really tough league. We don't know what kind of results are gonna come, especially with us this season at home. We have been, capable of maybe slipping up at times, conceding poor goals and maybe not being on the front foot as much as we should be. But I think, I think even though Monday was quite, what's the word, kind of gutsy, kind of, it wasn't an enjoyable watch, more, it wasn't a great game or by any stretch. But look, I think the players will have taken a bit of confidence from that. I'd imagine. Obviously, the last couple of games have been very good performances, good hard working performances. But I think we need to start seeing a bit more from them. Maybe going forward, we want to start fast on the front foot, creating chances, scoring a couple of goals from open play, and I think we might do that. I don't know. I just think Drogheda, like I said, part-time team. They're holding their own very well in the league. It's going to be tough for them this season. I think because a lot of teams are around them are obviously full time and they aren't. But look, they're going to make a good fist. But I think they'll make it a difficult game. But I think we'll win. I think we'll get that third straight win and get further can solidify ourselves in those European places for now anyway. Because that's what we want to be building towards. Let's be honest. We don't want to be languishing in the middle of the table. We want to be pushing up in those areas of the table where we are right now. So we've got to keep that going, and I think we will. I'm going to go 2-1. I think it'll be a tight enough game, but I think we'll get the job done. Look, all I want to see is the same sort of performance we've seen from Reynolds so far. A good, hard working, honest performance, but I want to see goals as well. I want to see a bit of creativity. I want to be off me seat. I want to. I want to see us, get forward a little bit more and score a couple of goals from open play. Look, well, it's good that we've benefited, greatly from. I think it's probably come from Pender more than Reynolds maybe, but you know, taking advantage of set pieces and things like that. But I do want to see us, carve out a few more chances from open play. And look, I think we'll get the job done, and that's all that matters. That we keep the good run going, keep the good run going, keep the good momentum going, and continue to build up the league. So yeah, that's where I'll end it. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment down below what you're thinking heading into this game, your score predictions, and I'll see you for the match reaction the day after the game. Bye.